am the fire, I am burning brighter, roaring like the sun, and I am the one. Hi, I'm Kate Richardson-Anselmo. I am co-owner and manager of Housecore Records, Nod Fraud Tooth Lair Studio, and I am tour manager to all of Philip Anselmo's projects, including Down, Superjoint, Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. Yeah. You might not see them so much, but there's so many women behind the scenes, and sure, there'll be a crew of 90% guys, but once you get in there, you realize how much the women in their lives at home are doing so much to make it all happen for everyone. Yeah, I sometimes I don't get taken seriously at first, and I do, since I am married to Philip, I am with Philip, but it's really only the last tour that I did was the Slayer tour with the Illegals Primus Ministry. That was the only tour that everybody knew ahead of time that I was with Philip. For very long, and I do a pretty good job of it. I don't announce it, I don't let it be known, because I don't want to be treated differently. I want to be treated as a professional and not as the artist's wife or whatever. And sometimes we've toured with a band. We toured with a band once for 2 months, and for the whole first half of the tour, for 1 whole month, they had no idea that Philip and I were together. So, yeah, I guess, and then I can see a kind of a difference of maybe being treated differently once they do find out that I am with Philip. But I like to be more professional and put that foot forward first before they're like, oh, it's Phil's woman or whatever. I got my start in college radio, and then from there I was doing independent promotions, promoting shows, and I worked at a commercial station. I ended up running the college station, and back then it was, at the station, it was almost 50-50 women, maybe more men, DJs, but there was women working in the background. But that was early on. Maybe not so many women promoters, I think. But the college radio experience, it's interesting because I would go to conventions and stuff. This is CMJ convention, and I would go to panels. And I went to a panel with Kim Zide, who was managing Pantera at the time. And now we're co-managing the Illegals together, and she manages Pantera still. So that's been a very interesting experience, looking up to somebody and now working with them and knowing them throughout the whole, life is crazy how things line up and work out. But women like Liz Ciavarella Brenner, she's amazing, and Missy Colazzo from Megaforce, and Liz from Earsplit. Every day, they've got my back all the time. They amaze me. We all do different things, but working on the same projects, and I have so much respect for those women. Molly Maguire is a friend of mine, but really she's very inspiring. A musician turned artist, and just to see her drive and work ethic. Really, her work ethic is something to definitely look up to. And like Sean Yzult, who people know as the bass player from White Zombie, and has since written an awesome book. And now she's an artist, a photographer, and a designer who designed this wallpaper here. So that's these women that have started in a career and then just gone on their own path and created a whole new thing with their background and maybe some fan base behind them. I don't know. And then more similar to my situation, women like Wendy Dio, Gloria Butler, Gloria Cavalera, and Sharon Osbourne, of course, is the ultimate badass woman manager. She's inspiring. I don't know. I couldn't work like Sharon works, but I have read her book and I understand her background's completely different than my background, and the world just works differently now too. But yeah, what an amazing empire that talk about an empire there. Yeah. But yeah, so many inspirational women. And then you think about some of the guys I know who their wives are at home with the kids and working a job and holding it all together. And it's, women are amazing and they're behind it just as big as metalheads. Maybe they can't make it out as much as the guys, but we're there. We're the backbone too. As far as housecore in general, the whole roster, the roster's not huge, but we have a special place in our heart for all of the projects. So I'm very proud of all those guys and gals, everything everybody's doing. King Parrot, Child Bite, everybody in between. I'm so proud of everybody, and it's a wonderful family that we've created. And the Scour guys, the Illegal guys, we're all one big family, and it's just little sections, and everybody supports each other. Everybody's really got each other's backs, and yeah, I'm really proud of housecore in general, but I'm really proud of all of the artists and the talent that we have working with us. The Housecore Horror Film Festival, we did 3 years. That was an amazing event. So many people. I definitely cannot take full credit by any means. There's a whole team, and we had a partner that had his whole team. And but what an amazing event. So I hear so many heartwarming stories of people meeting their best friend, meeting their wives, meeting people and starting bands. Like, oh, how did you guys hook up? Like, oh, Housecore Horror Fest. Like, oh, how cool is that? And recently, we've tried to approach this whole live stream thing a little bit differently than other people, more than just, something you could watch on YouTube already, or something that is just somebody else sitting in their living room, which has its own charm, but we wanted to do something where it felt like an experience and an event, but even though you had to be home. So I thought we pulled off a pretty awesome thing with the Down 25th anniversary of NOLA live stream. That was really special, and I'm pretty proud of that one. And then the N minor, N minor is a pretty new band, but it's very special to us. And it's maybe foreign to a lot of Phillips fans because it's not heavy metal, but we wanted to pull something off for the N minor live stream we did. So, and it's a completely different approach where we had a different look for every song. And so I'm also very, proud of that as well. Don't be afraid to fail, because you're gonna fail. You have to keep trying. I think of my first 3 years of promoting shows. I made money, I lost money. Over 3 years, I pretty much broke even. But the experience that I got from that is, you can't put a dollar amount on that. And listen to people, listen to what's going on. Don't think before you talk. And yes, listening, communicating is key for anyone and anything, and hard work. Yeah, don't be afraid of it.